I'm standing in front of the mirror, smoothing the folds of my emerald dress, the silk catching the golden light pouring through the window of our home in Cerro Alegre, Valparaiso. It's Diego's wedding day. My little brother, only 24, but already the heart of our family, with his charm, his quick wit, the way he lights up every room. He's marrying Valentina, a marine biologist whose gentle presence makes his eyes shine in a way I've never seen. At 38, I feel this deep pride, this love for him, like I'm not just his sister, but a witness to his joy. The house is alive with the scent of empanadas fresh from the oven, Mom's laughter in the kitchen as she rolls dough for sopaipillas, Dad muttering over his guest list in that old notebook of his. I'm trying to soak it all in, to be part of the chaos, but there's this restlessness in me, a knot I can't untie. Camila, my partner of 12 years, left early this morning for an urgent delivery. She kissed my cheek, her voice warm as always, saying, "Don't worry, amor, I'll be at the ceremony on time." But something in that moment felt off, like a string plucked out of tune. I catch my reflection, a literature professor, confident at 38, someone who loves order, depth, the way words can hold a truth. For 12 years, Camila and I have built a life together, dreaming of restoring old Valparaiso houses, arguing sometimes, but always finding our way back. I thought we were solid, unshakable, but today, there's this shadow I can't shake. My phone buzzes, and I see a message from an unknown number. Don't go to your brother's wedding. Check your partner's workshop. My heart lurches. Who sent this? Some cruel prank? I try to push it away, but the words dig into me, sharp and heavy. The house is still buzzing, but I feel like I'm underwater, the sounds muffled, the air thin. I call Camila. No answer. She's probably busy, I tell myself, but my chest tightens, my breath shallow. Check your partner's workshop. Her workshop's not far, a converted warehouse behind a cafe where she crafts furniture. I've always trusted her, her stories about clients, her openness. But now, doubt creeps in, cold and relentless. I wander to the kitchen, helping Mom with the dough, trying to drown out the message looping in my head. The clock ticks, only a few hours until the ceremony. Camila should have called by now. Then I remember the spare key to her workshop, tucked in a carved wooden box on the bookshelf, a gift from her first client. My hands shake as I grab it, the key glinting like it's warning me. Am I betraying her trust over a random text? The question gnaws at me, but fear is louder than reason. I decide to go, quietly, quickly, slipping out so no one notices. The streets of Valparaiso are vibrant as ever, murals bursting with color, but they feel like they're mocking me. The sea breeze is sharp, salty, but it doesn't calm the storm in my chest. The workshop's at the end of a narrow alley, its wooden door faded from years of sea air. My hand trembles as I turn the key. Click. The door creaks open, and I'm hit with the smell of sawdust, varnish, metal. I flick on my phone's flashlight, sweeping it across the room. Tools are hung neatly, wood stacked in a corner, an unfinished table in the center. Everything's normal. I let out a breath, relief washing over me. It was a prank, nothing more. But as I turn to leave, the light catches a tarp in the corner. My stomach twists. I step closer, my footsteps loud in the silence, and pull it back. There's a wooden crate, its lid slightly open. Inside, I see a leather bag, elegant sandals, a bottle of artisanal perfume. My heart stops. These aren't Camila's, they're Valentina's, Diego's fiancée. I can't breathe. My hands shake as I dig through the crate. The bag holds Valentina's wallet, her earrings, a stack of photos. I pick them up, the flashlight making everything painfully clear. Camila and Valentina, laughing on Viña del Mar beach, sharing wine at a cliffside cafe, their hands entwined. In one photo, Valentina leans into Camila, her smile bright, and Camila kisses her forehead. They're lovers, completely at ease, completely in love. I stumble back, the photos slipping from my fingers, scattering on the floor. The workshop feels like it's collapsing around me, the air thick, suffocating. At the bottom of the crate, there's a notebook. I open it, and the handwritten notes and printed messages inside burn my eyes. I can't wait until we're together, mi amor. Diego's sweet, but he's not you. Another, once the wedding's done, we'll be set. I'll leave Sophia and we'll start over. The words are like fire in my chest. Valentina was going to marry Diego for security, all while planning a future with Camila. And Camila, my partner, the woman I've loved for 12 years, went along with it, lying through every smile, every touch, every morning we shared. I want to scream, to smash everything in this workshop, to run to them and rip their world apart like they've done to mine. But I don't. I stand there clutching the notebook, my rage hardening into something sharp and cold. I can't let Diego walk into this lie. I photograph everything, the bag, the sandals, the perfume, the photos, the notes. I put each item back exactly as it was, wipe down every surface, and lock the door. Outside, the world feels colder, the murals sneering at how blind I've been. In the car, I sit frozen, my mind a storm. Do I go to the wedding and pretend? Or tell Diego now? A public scene would break him, but keeping quiet would trap him in their deceit. My hands shake as I dial his number. The phone rings, and his voice comes through, cheerful but distracted. Sophie, where are you? The venue's a madhouse. I force my voice to stay steady. Diego, I need to see you. It's urgent. Can we meet privately? There's a pause. Now? The ceremony's about to start, Sophie. What's wrong? I swallow hard. Please, it's about Valentina. Back door of the venue, 20 minutes. He sighs, reluctant. All right, I'll be there. At the venue, a beautiful restaurant overlooking the Pacific, I see Diego pacing near the back door. His suit is sharp, hair neatly combed, but his face is tight with worry. Seeing him, my heart aches. He doesn't deserve this. I hand him an envelope with the photos and notes, each movement like a knife in my chest. Look at this. You need to know. He frowns, opening it. His eyes scan the photos, his face shifting from confusion to shock. His hands tremble as he reads the notes, his breathing ragged. This can't be real, he whispers, his eyes glistening with tears. Valentina? With Camila? I nod, my voice breaking. I found it in Camila's workshop. I saw it myself. He grips the papers, his face pale. Why? Why would she do this to me? I touch his arm, my own hands shaking. I don't know, but you can't marry her, not now. He steps back, his hand on his forehead. The guests are here. Mom, Dad, everyone. How do I face this? I swallow my own pain. You're not alone. I'm here. We'll handle it together. He nods, a flicker of strength in his eyes. Let's go. Inside, the venue is glowing with lights and flowers. Guests sipping pisco sours, laughing to soft guitar music. Valentina stands near a wooden arch, radiant in her white dress, adjusting her veil. Seeing her, anger surges in me, but I hold it back for Diego. She smiles as he approaches, but it fades when she sees his cold stare. Diego, where were you? She asks. He cuts her off, his voice steady. No wedding, whispers spread through the crowd. She blinks, laughing nervously. What? Are you joking? He doesn't flinch. I know about you and Camila. The photos, the messages, it's over. Her face pales, then hardens. That's a lie. Someone's framing me. Diego's voice is firm. It's not a lie. I've seen the truth. Her eyes dart to me, venomous. You did this, didn't you? You've always been jealous, meddling in my life? I stand tall, though my voice shakes. I'm protecting my brother. You built the lie, not me. Her voice rises, sharp and desperate. You've ruined everything. You'll regret this. Diego steps forward. Leave, now. She freezes, then bolts, her heels echoing on the wooden floor. The guests are silent, stunned. Diego sinks into a chair, his shoulders heavy. I kneel beside him, tears spilling down my cheeks. What now? He whispers. I choke back a sob. Now you breathe, and we start over. When I lock the workshop door, it feels like the ground beneath me has crumbled. Stepping outside, Valparaiso, The city I've always loved, with its colorful streets and sea breeze, feels like a stranger. I get in the car, gripping the steering wheel, but I can't drive. Tears come, hot and unstoppable, not just from sadness, but from a deep, burning rage, from the sting of being betrayed for 12 years. I built my life around Camila, around the belief that we were real, that our love was true, but it was all a lie, a cruel performance. I drive home, moving like a ghost, Mom's still in the kitchen, Dad's still muttering over his guest list, and no one sees that I'm falling apart. I slip into my room, shut the door, and sit on the bed, clutching the notebook like it might explain why this happened. I look at the photos on my nightstand, Camila and me in Patagonia, smiling under a vast blue sky. I thought that was happiness. Now, every memory feels poisoned. That night, I don't sleep. I lie in bed, eyes wide, staring at the ceiling as the faint sound of Pacific waves drifts in, but it doesn't soothe me. Images of Camila and Valentina haunt me, their smiles, the way they looked at each other, like Diego and I were nothing. I feel small, worthless, a fool who lived in a dream for too long. I keep asking myself, what did I do wrong? Why did they do this? But there's no answer, just this aching void. The days after, I sink into a darkness I can't escape. I don't go to work telling my colleagues I'm sick. I stop answering friends' messages, stay inside with the curtains drawn, blocking out the light. I barely eat, living on coffee that only sharpens my bitterness. When I catch my reflection, I don't know who I'm seeing. Dark circles under my eyes, hair tangled, face drained. I used to be proud of my strength, a professor who inspired students, but now I'm nothing but a shell. I cry all the time, sometimes without warning. A memory, Camila's voice calling me amor, or Diego laughing with Valentina, hits me, and I break, sobbing until my chest hurts, until I feel like I'm choking. The world feels like it's made of lies, like everyone could betray me, like love is just a trap. I used to love Valparaiso, its vibrant streets, its pulse, but now it's all gray, like the city's turned against me. I avoid Diego, terrified that seeing him will drag me back to Valentina, to the betrayal. I know he's hurting, but I can't face our pain together. I lock myself away, letting the darkness swallow me. I stop going to the university, stop checking emails. I tell everyone I'm sick, but the truth is, my soul is dying. I start to believe I'm not worth loving. I blame myself for not seeing the truth sooner, for trusting Camila so blindly. I peek at Valparaiso's murals through a crack in the curtains, but they don't spark joy anymore. This city, where I once felt so alive, now feels like a reminder of everything I've lost. I'm adrift, belonging nowhere to no one. But I know I can't let Diego marry a lie. I've kept the photos, the notes, everything I found in the workshop. I've put it all back, wiped every surface clean, and now I'm steeling myself to tell him. But the thought of facing him, of shattering his heart when mine is already in pieces, feels like it's suffocating me. The pain starts to morph into something else. Rage, sharp and consuming. I don't just want to protect Diego. I want Camila and Valentina to suffer. I want them to feel the same agony they've inflicted on us. Camila's always been proud of her reputation in Valparaiso's carpentry world. She's a star in the local cooperative, landing big contracts for fancy restaurants and hotels. Valentina's building her name in marine research, with a conservation project about to get international funding. I decide to hit them where it hurts most. Their pride, their futures. I reach out to Mariana, an investigative journalist I've known for years. I send her the photos, the messages, everything, asking her to keep me and Diego anonymous. I want the world to know who they really are. She agrees, and a few days later, an article hits the local paper. Deception under wedding lights. A secret affair destroys a family. It lays out their relationship in detail, exposing how they used others for their own gain, without naming us. The article spreads like wildfire. The carpentry cooperative suspends Camila, saying she's damaged their reputation. Her clients cancel contracts, and the big hotel renovation project she was so proud of gets yanked away. Valentina's hit hard too. Her colleagues in the science community turn their backs, and the organization funding her conservation project pulls out, citing ethical issues. Online, they're torn apart, their names dragged through the mud. I watch it all unfold, and this wave of satisfaction crashes over me. I even send Camila a copy of the article with a note. The truth can never be hidden. I think seeing them lose everything will heal me, will give back what they took from me and Diego. For a moment, I feel strong, like I've taken back control. But that feeling doesn't last. A week later, I'm sitting in my apartment, curtains still drawn, and the satisfaction is gone, replaced by this cold, empty void. I've ruined their reputations, but it hasn't fixed me. Instead, I feel like I'm stuck in this cycle of hatred, like I've tied myself to the pain. I look around at the remnants of my life with Camila, photos, trinkets, memories, and they're just broken pieces now. I hurt them, but I'm still not whole. I start to wonder, who am I now? I used to be full of life, always helping others, teaching kids to paint, leading literary workshops. But now I'm this bitter person, living for revenge. I hate what I've become, but I don't know how to climb out of this hole. I force myself to go to Diego's new cafe, knowing I can't hide from him forever. When I walk in, I'm stunned. He's laughing with customers, setting up tables for the first live music night, radiating this energy like sunlight breaking through clouds. I don't understand how he's moved on, how he's found joy again when I'm still drowning. He sees me, pulls me to a quiet corner, his voice soft. "Sophie, what's wrong? You look like your soul's gone." I let it all spill out. The article, the revenge, the emptiness eating me alive. I thought hurting them would make me feel better, Diego, but it didn't. I'm lost. He looks at me, his eyes so kind, like he's carrying this pure, unshakable light. "Sophie, you saved me from a fake marriage. You don't need to keep fighting. Hatred's only hurting you. Forgiveness isn't about letting them off. It's about saving your soul. You're the one who loves life, who helps everyone. Don't let them take that from you." His words hit me like a spark, but I'm not ready to feel them. I shake my head, my voice sharp with bitterness. "Forgive? After what they did? I can't, Diego. They don't deserve it." He takes my hand, his voice steady, patient. "It's not about them, Sophie. It's about you. You deserve to live without this hate holding you down. Let them deal with their own mess." I leave the cafe, my heart churning. His words echo, but the anger is still too loud, drowning them out. I don't want to forgive. Hatred feels like the only thing keeping me together, a shield against the pain. One afternoon, I'm walking along the port, watching the ships bob on the Pacific's waves. I stop by a group of kids painting a mural, a community project I used to pour my heart into. A little girl spots me, runs over, her smile so bright it hurts. "Miss Sophia, remember me? You taught me how to mix colors. Want to see my new painting?" I force a smile, but it feels hollow. Her painting, a vivid ocean bursting with life, should make me happy, but I feel nothing. Then, like a bolt of lightning, it hits me. I'm not the Sophia I was. I used to be alive, inspiring, always ready to help, whether it was teaching kids or sharing stories. But hatred has made me someone else, someone bitter, cold, a stranger to myself. I've let Camila and Valentina take more than my trust. They've taken my heart, my light. Standing there watching that little girl, I see it so clearly. I've become this vengeful shadow, and even though I felt powerful for a moment, I've lost who I am. Diego's words come back. Forgiveness is to save your soul. This time, I let them in. Seeing Diego at the cafe changed something in me. His laughter, the way he talked to people, the way he's chosen to live again, it's like a wake-up call. He was betrayed too, but he didn't let it define him. He chose joy, chose life. If he can do it, so can I. I start to open up. I pull back the curtains, let sunlight flood my apartment. I walk through Valparaiso's streets, really seeing the murals again, feeling the sea breeze on my skin. I go to Diego's cafe more often, helping him set up, chatting with customers. Every smile, every small connection makes me feel a little more alive. I start to believe that life is still beautiful, that I can still find my way back. I go back to work, but not as a professor. I take a job coordinating community arts programs, leading workshops where kids paint murals, telling their stories through colors. Their excitement, their wide-eyed wonder has warmed something in me that's been cold for too long. I'm not the woman who sobbed in the dark anymore. I'm starting to find myself again. One night, I sit at my desk, pen in hand, and write a letter to Camila. Camila, I hurt you because I thought it would heal my pain. I was wrong. Hatred pulled me away from myself, the woman who loves life, who believes in goodness. I forgive you, not to ease your burden, but to set myself free. I hope you find a way to right your wrongs, as I'm trying to do. Sophia, I mail it, not expecting a reply. I send Valentina a text too. I forgive you for my own sake. I hope you find the right path. I don't need them to respond. I just need to know I've let go of the hate that's been choking me. I walk to a small chapel near the port, light a candle and pray. Not for them, but for me, for healing, for a fresh start. When I step outside, I feel lighter, like a weight I didn't know I was carrying has lifted. I sell the house on the hill, move to a small apartment by the port, its windows opening to the endless Pacific. I join a writing group, pouring Valparaiso's winding streets into stories. I travel with Diego to the Atacama Desert, our laughter ringing under a sky full of stars. The bond we share, forged in pain, feels stronger than ever, unbreakable. One night, my phone rings, an unknown number. Sophia, it's Javier, the voice says. Javier, Camila's quiet colleague from the cooperative. I sent the message before the wedding. I catch my breath. You? Why? His voice is heavy. Valentina manipulated me. A relationship for a contract. When I saw her with Camila planning to hurt Diego, I couldn't stay quiet. But I was too scared to say it outright. Sorry for hiding my name. I close my eyes, gratitude washing over me. Thank you, Javier. You saved us. He's quiet for a moment. You deserve the truth. Then he hangs up. One evening, I see Camila across the street. She looks worn, her eyes heavy with regret. She walks toward me, hesitant. Sophia, I got your letter. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but thank you. I look at her, calm. I forgave to let go. I hope you find your path. She nods, tears in her eyes. I hope you're happy. I smile, and it's real. I am. Then I walk away. Spring comes, and Valparaiso feels alive again, green and vibrant, the sea breeze carrying the scent of new beginnings. I sign up for a photography course, capturing the city's wild beauty. One day, Diego texts me, Hike La Campana, found a trail with an amazing view. I grin, texting back, I'm in. On the trail, surrounded by wildflowers and granite peaks, Diego looks at me, his eyes warm. You're different, Sophie. Like, free. I nod, my voice steady. I am free. Thanks to you, Diego. You helped me find myself again. We sit on a cliff, the Andes stretching out before us. Do you ever think about her? He asks. Valentina? I pause. Sometimes, but I'm not angry. She taught me that hatred only destroys you. Forgiveness is the strength to live true to yourself. He smiles, bright and warm. You're my Sophie, the one who always does what's right. That night, back at my apartment, I find a small package at my door. Inside is a photo. Me and Diego years ago, laughing by a beach bonfire, our faces glowing. On the back, in Javier's neat handwriting, some truths are worth the freedom. I frame it, set it on my table. Lying in bed, the cities hum like a lullaby. I whisper to myself, I did it. Forgiving wasn't just letting go of Camila and Valentina. It was freeing myself from hatred, from the fear of being hurt again. I've learned that life isn't about dodging pain, but loving myself through the scars. My heart, once broken, is a mosaic now, beautiful, strong, and full of light.